Uh, so when we first seen, I'm trying to find that episode. Season 4, episode 1. Because if my memory serves me correct, episode 1. All right, all right. Hold on, I think I got it. So when we first seen we seen Carter, we just on the clock tonight, man. We know what happened in the episode. We trying to make sense out of it since all of the seasons are over with. We just trying to make some sense out of this. So in the beginning of episode 1, season 4 is when we seen Carter, right? Because I think you guys' memory is off. I think you guys are off a little bit. No disrespect. No disrespect to you guys, but I believe you guys' history might be a little screwed because we know he was looking for Paz's son. Oh, not yeah, Junior. All right, so here's Carter. We know that he was meeting up with Paz. Now we talking about advocating. So he does meet up with her, and she's talking
about a school shooter.
She's telling on Tariq, pretty much. But there's one little thing that we're leaving out that everyone's forgetting about. There's one that we're forgetting about. I'm not forgetting about it. I'm not forgetting about it. But I'm just trying to find it though to make it make sense. Right here. Now, thank you, Eric. Episode 2, Don Carter is where? Don Carter is where? Don Carter is where? He's on the docks. See? He's on the dock. And why is he on the dock? Because they just made a big bust on the Russians. They made a huge bust on the Russians. Now, how the hell did Don Carter know that the Russians were going to have a shipment of drugs coming in to this specific dock right here? How did Don Carter know all of this? That's right. That's right. Tariq St. Patrick snitched. Tariq St. Patrick told Rashad Tate about the Russians having a shipment coming in. And Tate went and told. Tariq was the one that knew this shipment was coming in and told Rashad Tate because Rashad Tate needed something for the campaign. Rashad Tate then reported it, and Don Carter was the one that made the bust. So I'm not advocating for snitching. Tariq motherfucking St. Patrick is the snitch. Tariq St. Patrick is giving up information for niggas to get locked up. This is what they call relay snitching. See, Rashad Tate was the anchor. Tariq was the third leg. Pause on that. He handed the baton off, and Rashad Tate finished it by telling on the Russians. Tariq was the snitch. Tariq is the reason that Don Carter is out here even doing any investigation on the Russian. Tariq St. Patrick. We all forgot that. The birth of relay snitching. This only happens because Rashad Tate reported it because he needed something for the campaign. Season 3, episode 7, Tariq tells Rashad Tate, he's sitting there in the bushes in the park. Tate like, give me something, nigga. He's like, all right, well, look, the Russians got a shipment coming in. And then magically, Don Carter is the one that does it. So yeah, he showed up because of pies. But the only reason the Russians got busted was because of Tariq St. Patrick. Tariq St. Tell a nigga. Tariq gon' tell on a nigga. Tariq did this. I'm not advocating for it. I'm just going along with the power rules. If I tell a nigga to tell on a nigga, then it ain't me snitching according to power. But in the real life, that's relay snitching. You just handing the snitching off. That's like me telling my homeboy, hey man, call the police on them niggas over there. I know you ain't in the game or nothing, but go call the police on them niggas over there. Oh, Rock ain't no relay snitcher. Rock is a rat. Rock is a rat. Rock is a straight up rat. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Rock went to Howard and told Howard, you police, ain't you? Well, do your job. Telling him to go and arrest Unique because Unique had some drugs coming in. When the feds investigated Rock in the hospital when she had the sling after getting shot, she starts telling on what's the Crown Camacho? Yeah, well, it may have been the mob because he was beefing with niggas, and I don't know why they would come to the house. So she openly tells them that the mob came to the house because they had dealings with Crown Camacho. Rock is a straight up snitch. It ain't no relay with her. She talked directly to the feds and gave up information on why these niggas may have came to come after her and shot up the house, which was committing the crime, but they're dead, so they couldn't be charged with a crime. But if they were alive, then they would have been charged with a crime. See, Rock ain't no relay. Rock, she's a boss ass bitch. No disrespect to Rock, because we love Rock. But Rock is a boss ass bitch. The HBIC, the motherfucker go straight to the police. Motherfucker tell them straight up, this is what it is. Arrest some niggas. See, Rock she ain't hiding her snitching. She ain't hiding besides the snitching when she told on old boy power face dude, whatever the nigga got locked up, and then she took over. That's a whole nother story. I did a deep dive on that already. But we talking about the power universe where if you own the payroll, you do as I say so. And guess what? Tariq was on Rashad Tate's payroll. He had to do his motherfucking Rashad say so. Give me some information, nigga. And Tariq gave up the information on the Russians. And then Rashad Tate went out there and told. And then Don Carter came out here and he investigated that and made one of the biggest busts that we ever seen in New York City. Yeah, well, let's not change up what happened. Let's not change up what happened. Mecca, we can't even call Mecca a rat. That nigga was a god. Mecca was a god. Like what Mecca was doing is different. Everybody in the power universe has probably suffered from what Mecca did. Everybody. I'm talking about Mecca was so big of a snitch. He was bigger than the program. We ain't never seen anyone bigger than the program. Mecca was so big of a snitch, they didn't even know where this nigga was. This nigga was snitching and moving around the world freely, so freely that no one even knew. He was back in America. He ain't even supposed to be in America. But that nigga was snitching on so many motherfuckers. Everybody was quiet because you didn't want Mecca to cross your path. Mecca was like a black cat. They say a black cat cross in front of you, it's gonna be bad luck. Mecca cross in front of you, nigga, he snitching on you, nigga. Mecca was telling on everybody. That nigga was bigger than the program. We ain't never seen nobody like that. Yeah, Mecca's different. Mecca was different. Yeah, Mecca is a myth, a folk tale. When you hear Mecca, you be like, ain't no way. When you hear Mecca's name, you say, ain't no way a nigga did that much telling. There ain't no way a nigga did that much telling. Hell no, I ain't believing you. You said Mecca did what? He told on Lobos? Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way. You can't make me believe that. I'm not gonna sit here and even listen to that. You said Mecca did who? Mecca got private jet. Mecca got a Hummer, the same Hummer that Arnold Schwarzenegger had, plus a Ferrari and a Lambo with the motherfucking kit with the frog eyes on it. Oh no, hell no. You can't. You can't tell me no shit like that. Ain't no way I'm believing Mecca was like that. Yeah, Mecca was different. Mecca was different. But like you guys said, I say all of that to say that Don Carter was good. Like Don Carter was applying the pressure. And just the presence of good police, like law enforcement, or I just consider I put them all in the feds, whether it's the district attorney, like Blanca and all that. I just say the feds. But if we can have a good like law enforcement presence or the feds like pushing back on the show, then that's cool. You know what I mean? Because if not, we're gonna get too far away from where we at. So we gotta that's kind of like a barrier so we don't get too far off track. Like you see what we talking about? Yeah, we going back and forth, but we having a good time. It's alive. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you channel pinned in the Discord. Yeah, it's pinned in the chat or support the channel cash app in the chat. Either way, fuck it, hit the like button. But without the police, we just all like this. But you got to put some kind of police in there so we can keep our eyes on the prize and and keep focus. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is we need some kind of police presence. Let me see. Yeah. Again, we could have used those police for something. But we do need some good pushback. And hopefully in Origins we get that. Hopefully Origins we get that. And in Legacy, which I mean that's 2 years away. So I don't really want to talk about Legacy too much because between now and then they could still get canceled. Anything could happen, unless they get locked up in contracts. Joseph, Michael Rainey, they could get movies, they could get other series, and let's be real, these two they doing their thing, so they big time stars. I'll put them on like I put them on A list at least. They getting up there to A list, but once they get into movies, I say TV, yeah, they A list. But as far as like entertainers, until they start getting into like the big movies, I won't put them on like an A list like entertainer. I got like A list TV, and then I got them like at a B. They right up under it. They just need that movie to push them into, what I'm saying, into the stratosphere. That's how I look at it. Like they doing their thing. As far as TV go, they, in my opinion, Joseph and Michael, I put them in A. What I'm saying, A-lister. But like that entertainment, they right up under there. They need one big movie, and I think that'll push them both over.